Here are 5 New York Jets that could break out this upcoming season. I'm really excited to break down these 5 players I came up with. Make sure you guys comment down below some guys that you think will break out for the 2025 season with the New York Jets. There's guys on this roster that I would say already broke out. Like Garrett Wilson is an established wide receiver in this league. Sauce Gardner is a 2-time All-Pro. There's guys on this roster that already broke out. Germaine Sherwood broke out last year. Quinnen Williams is established. But there's some guys on this roster that are very young and I feel like are on the verge of hitting their prime and breaking out with this season coming up. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, folks. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and let's get straight into business. I got 5 Jets I want to talk about, and the first one is going to be running back Brilan Allen. Now, you can definitely argue Breece Hall in this category if you feel like the running game is going to get worked on with the offensive line improved, but I feel like Brilan Allen is a forgotten piece to this New York Jets offense. He was fantastic as a rookie last year with an abysmal offensive line, and just an overall system was a nightmare. He is super young, and I feel like he is going to be utilized in this offense a ton. I compare him to how David Montgomery is utilized over there in Detroit, where Breece Hall will be the Jahmyr Gibbs of the system, and Montgomery will be the Brilan Allen of our system. So I feel like you look at this Jets roster, and Brilan Allen as a number 2 running back, he's not going to be backing up Breece Hall. He is going to be part of the running back committee. He's going to get a lot of volume in the running game, and I'm really excited because I think he has the potential to become a very good running back in this league. And mixed in with Justin Fields being a mobile quarterback, with the new offensive coaching staff coming on in that I trust, the new offensive line being established, I feel like Brilan Allen, he has so much upside. He's training with Derrick Henry, of course, with Breece Hall in the offseason. He just has that energy where I feel like he's about to do something wild. And that's not to say Breece Hall is not going to break out too. I think there's still untapped potential even in Breece. We haven't seen him break out into the full potential that we saw, but very excited about Brilan Allen. I think he's going to be a big piece to this New York Jets offense. Another reason why is the Jets are going to prioritize running the football this season with Justin Fields at quarterback and the offensive line they put into place. So Brilan Allen is number 1. Now, number 2 is another playmaker. And this is an interesting one because I feel like some people may disagree, but I got Malachi Corley. I think out of all the wide receivers that the Jets have outside of Garrett Wilson that I feel like is poised to kind of prove himself this year and break out, it's Malachi Corley. Now, I'm not saying he's going to break out to be a star. I think he has the ability to be a very impactful piece of this offense if the Jets utilize him properly. He's very unique in terms of being a yards after the catch type of guy. Got to get the ball in his hands. He will make, run through the opposition and just break tackles and stuff. And we barely saw him as a rookie. In the very limited sample size we saw with the Jets as a rookie, he had a touchdown that he fumbled at the 1-yard line that got called back. So I feel like Corley is somebody that last regime was really high on. I don't know if this regime is high on him, but he's a potential breakout candidate for me. I would argue Arian Smith could be as well because he kind of fits more what the Jets are trying to do with the speed element. But I'm going to go with Corley in this case because I feel like if you can utilize him creatively by getting him on end arounds, utilize him in screens, and just get the ball in his hands, because what he struggles in is creating separation, route running down the field, and that's not how they're going to utilize him, in my opinion. They're going to utilize him even as a running back out of the backfield, screen passes, end around, stuff like that. And I feel like he would definitely be a piece of the puzzle that this Jets team needs to incorporate in their offense. Now, switching over to the defensive side of the ball, this is a player that I was ready to see break out last year, but unfortunately his season came short with an injury, and that's Germaine Johnson. Germaine Johnson, I think, has the most potential to break out on this entire defense. I think he actually has star potential to be one of the best defensive ends in the league. Not the best, one of the best. I think that he can do everything, and him coming off the Achilles is definitely going to be a little bit to watch, because when you're coming off an Achilles, you kind of need a season to get back right. So maybe this isn't his breakout year. Maybe it's 2 years from now because of that Achilles. But outside of that, he encompasses everything you want from a defensive end. High motor, can get to the quarterback efficiently, can stop the run, set the edge, high football IQ, has a game play, like a playmaking energy to him where he can get a pick 6 like he did on Thursday Night Football against the Browns 2 years ago. He just is somebody that is a game wrecker, and I am really excited to watch Germaine Johnson because I feel like if he did not get injured last year, he would have broke out, and we'd be probably saying extend Germaine Johnson just as loud as we're saying extend Sauce and Garrett. If Germaine was healthy last year, I think he would have had double-digit sacks. They would have broke out onto the scene, and we'd be talking about Germaine Johnson wanting to get extended. Now, the Jets did pick up his fifth-year option, which is exciting, so he'll be a Jet for the next 2 years minimum, and I think Germaine Johnson is poised to break out this year if he can stay healthy. Now, number 4, staying on the defensive side of the ball. This one is interesting because I feel like not a lot of Jets fans are remembering that this guy's even on the team. Leonard Taylor, the defensive tackle that we brought in an undrafted free agency last year. The Jets don't really have a lot of defensive tackles outside of Quinnen Williams to be super excited about. The Jets signed a lot of veterans at that position in free agency, but I think Leonard Taylor, this is a guy that went undrafted last year, and everybody was shocked. He was supposed to be a second, third-round pick heading into that college football season. Even some people said a first-round pick, but then he just had a bad season in college, went undrafted. The Jets brought him in. He showed a lot of flashes, and if he can break out onto the scene this year, and he's got a lot, he's all in. I don't know if you guys follow him on social media, but you can tell he's all in with the Jets. He's super excited for this season, and he is someone that has so much talent. And if this coaching staff can dig deep into Leonard Taylor and he breaks out onto the scene, that makes his defense that much better because we need a big-time piece next to Quinnen in that interior of the defensive line to unlock. He's going to see a lot of single blockies because Quinnen will be taking on the double teams as he usually does. So he's going to have an opportunity to come onto the scene, help this Jets team stop the run, get to the quarterback up the middle. So I think Leonard Taylor is absolutely a candidate to break out. And then last but not least, this is the obvious one. I wanted to save this one for the last. It's Justin Fields. I'm not predicting it's guaranteed Justin Fields is going to break out. But if we're talking about potential breakout candidates, Justin Fields fits everything you need because he is the key to the Jets' success, folks. It's that simple. Without Justin Fields breaking out, the Jets are not going to have a successful season. If he breaks out, the Jets will be successful. That's kind of how I'm looking at this entire 2025 season. You look at the roster, you look at the coaches, you look at all these different variables. It all comes down to the common denominator. Who is Justin Fields with the New York Jets? Is he going to play his best football of his life? Is he going to look better than he did in Chicago, better than he did when he was in Pittsburgh? Because you look at the tape with the Pittsburgh Steelers last year, he played pretty well. Like, he did not play bad, and the Steelers benched him for Russell Wilson, and that's the last we've heard and seen from Justin Fields. So I think Fields has breakout potential for all the reasons that you all are already aware about. Former first-round pick, very young still, 26, 27 years old, showed a lot of flashes with the Pittsburgh Steelers, showed flashes with the Chicago Bears, of course, and now the Jets are all in on Justin Fields. Everything about this offseason has been believing in him, instilling confidence in Fields, building a team around him, and more importantly, building a system for him, which I think is very beneficial for Justin Fields. This is the best offensive line he's ever had in his career. This is the first time he's ever had an offense built around him in particular. And Chicago attempted that, obviously, but that was just a mess of a situation. They went through a lot of different coaching staffs, and it was just a mess over in Chicago. So this is going to be an opportunity where the first-year offensive coordinator, Tanner Engstrand, is going to build an offense all around Justin Fields' strength. So will he break out? We shall see. I think it really is possible, and I think Justin Fields knows, this is his last opportunity. I don't think he'll ever get an opportunity like this again of being a starting quarterback for a team unless he goes out there and proves it with the New York Jets. So you guys let me know your thoughts of my 5 that I got potentially breaking it out. I'm not guaranteeing all 5. I'd be happy if 4 out of the 5 or even 3 out of the 5 hits. So you guys let me know if there's any players I missed in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and let's go Jets. Peace out, folks.